Another false flag attack is in the pipeline. These are the vibes coming out from India. And why so? Because still UP Bihar's election is on the way. I'm Raja Faisal and you are watching News Washer. Today I will be highlighting a story which is coming out from Indian side and how they are planning another false flag attack to have ongoing rift keep on going with Pakistan. Reason being, UP Bihar's election is very important to BJP's government. Now, before I head towards telling you about Amarnath Yatra and Anantnag, I want to highlight a fact about Indian military and BJP's government. Since it took over back in 2014, we have been seeing many incidents that do occur within Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and the reason behind it is that they want to have a war mantra going on against Pakistan. Be it Uri attack or Pulwama attack, world has been watching that the kind of warmongering India was spewing against Pakistan throughout the world. It is understandable that they just wanted to sharpen up a narrative against Pakistan. And now, not only Pakistan, but even the Congress leaders and all of the opposition leaders from India, they themselves believe that Uri attack and Pulwama attacks, they were conducted by themselves, and these were false flag attacks to have a narrative going against Pakistan. Now, we all know after Uri attack, they believed that they have conducted a raid inside the LOC towards Pakistan side, and that's how they have avenged. And later on, they simply made a Bollywood movie about Uri, and they simply said that they won against Pakistan because they neutralized the terror camps inside Pakistan. These sort of claims they have been claiming, and they were shaping up a narrative against Pakistan. It was all false flag attack, and when it comes to the strike which they believe they conducted inside LOC, that was a lie, an utter lie, just to win the elections. And moreover, Pulwama attack, February 2019, everyone knows whatever happened, the post-Pulwama attack, when India conducted an air raid in Pakistan where they believed that they have conducted an air raid on a camp. It wasn't a camp at all. There were few trees that were, of course, hit by Indian fighter jets. We do care about trees because climate change, we are fighting against it. But when it comes to Pakistan's resolve, of course, Pakistan retaliated against this challenge to Pakistan's sovereignty in February 2019. We know that Abhinandan was, of course, shot down, and he landed in Pakistan. The way he landed and the way he was slapped by the people on the ground, that is, of course, everywhere to be seen on social media as well. Then later he was given back. Two of their fighter jets, Su-30 and MiG-21, they were shot down by Pakistan at that time. Pakistan did conduct air raid, but in that air raid, right at the end, they even shown the videos of how they diverted the missiles towards the trees. Why? Because tree against a tree. And then we all remember the kind of sermons or speeches which we have been hearing coming from Indian side when it comes to Modi, when it comes to Amit Shah, Rajnath or Yogi Adityanath. All of these people, of course, they kept on hailing the way they fought against Pakistan and how they conducted a surgical strike in Pakistan, though we call it surgical strike. And in the whole scenario, the only outcome of that was that they just wanted to win the election, which they did win eventually, but through these illicit means. One thing is for sure, the world has come to terms with these gimmicks from the Indian side, in which even world has started realizing that BJP runs its politics around all of these false narratives. Now comes the May 2025 war, which took place between both of the countries. We know on 22nd of April, Pahalgam attack took place, which was of course condemned by Pakistan as well. Has Pakistan always been condemning any activity that has anything to do with terrorism? Pakistan condemns it. Pahalgam attack was condemned. Pakistan even offered its assistance in terms of probing this particular attack. But this is what not India was wanting to do, and that's why we saw India, of course, challenging Pakistan's territorial integrity once more, and they chest thumped after 9 of the sites they were bombed by them, and them 9 sites, they were civilian sites, civilian people, they lost their lives. 7 of them, they were kids. Youngest was 2-year-old, and still they keep on chest thumping about whatever they did. And in response, of course, Pakistan shot down their fighter jets, 7 or 8 in numbers, and there are conflicting reports. Now even their own military officers, few of them former and few of them still serving, they have started accepting that they have lost the planes, fighter jets. They are not telling the numbers. So if they're not telling the numbers, of course, people keep on judging or keep on counting by themselves. And then we know Pakistan retaliated, and retaliation of Pakistan was met with outcries from Indians, and they kept on calling the White House to get it stopped. And yes, White House did play its role. President Trump, he intervened and he managed to get it stopped from Pakistan's side, because Pakistan did not want a war at all. Pakistan was just responding the aggression of India. Now let us come towards the resistance movement, which happens to be a resistance movement from within Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. India maligned the resistance movement in Pahalgam attack. Pakistan, though, does not associate with any of the militant organization. Pakistan has always been standing with the peaceful resistance movement within Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And Pakistan gets this right because even the Geneva Convention and United Nations charters allow to support any movement which is out there to, of course, get their freedom. Pakistan stands with the freedom movement of Kashmiris. Pakistan stands with the peaceful means of any resolve to Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the tendencies which are coming out from Indian side, they suggest that they are planning another false flag attack. As I will show you this one tweet, and there are several other tweets on internet, available on internet, on other social mediums as well. There are narratives which are being propagated from from Indian side on the behest of BJP, that they are expecting that something will happen at Anantnag. Of course, we know that there is Amarnath Yatra that takes place in Anantnag district of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, where thousands of pilgrims from all over India come there, and they are always welcomed by the locals. But they have started propagating from now that there will be an attack which is brewing inside Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistan could be behind it. They have already started creating presumptions about it. Now one wonders why they are doing it right now. Well, we must understand that UP Bihar's election is pivotal to BJP's rule, to BJP's ongoing rule. If they lose this UP Bihar election, they are going to lose the grip on the government. And that is why they are still knocking around the false flag attacks. They still want to carry on with Sindoor 2. They still want to carry on with this narrative that they will be, of course, standing against Pakistan, and they will be, of course, stopping Pakistan's waters. Only reason behind it is that they want to win UP Bihar's election. Now, there are few realities about this place, Anantnag, which is termed as Anantnag by India. But if we ask the locals, what do they call this district? They will simply say Islamabad, because over there, Muslims consider it Islamabad, whereas India calls it Anantnag. And when it comes to this particular yatra, the Amarnath Yatra, everyone knows that in past, or if we even take the example of more than 75 years ago, nobody used to go there for yatra. They started gradually to increase the number out there. Reason being, they just want to show that this belongs to the Hindutva ideology. I'm not against Hindus at all. They are most welcome to do any yatra anywhere in the world, even in Pakistan. I am someone who promotes it, that if somebody from Indian side wants to do yatra in any of the mandirs present in Balochistan or KPK or Punjab or Sindh province, they will always be welcomed by Pakistan. But when it comes to the political aspect of it, why they want to have more people coming to the Amarnath Yatra, well, there is only one reason, that they want to show the world that this place, Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, has religious significance for India, though it has no religious significance at all. But if we take up the records, back in 80s, hardly 20,000 people yearly they used to do this yatra. But since Modi took over, systematically they have been increasing this number. There were incentives which were being given to people. There were companies after companies who are associated with Hindutva ideology, who are associated with RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. They have been sponsoring people to come in thousands in numbers. Reason being, they just want to have a narrative going on against Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir's people. And people demand freedom. And they say that India has more to do with Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir rather than the Muslims. So if we talk about, since Modi took over, the BJP took over in India, of course they have been gradually increasing these numbers. Now these numbers are in 600,000 or 700,000 yearly or 800,000 yearly. The only reason behind it is that the system itself is participating in bringing more and more people in there. And we all know the kind of demographic changes were planned by India, were planned by BJP, were planned by Modi to disturb the demographics within Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, to show the world that Muslims has nothing to do with Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, whereas it is more of a Hindu place. Now, as we know that Pahalgam attack, when it was blamed on Pakistan, we came up with this narrative that Pahalgam happens to be a place which is nearly 400 kilometers away from line of control. It is actually not possible at all for anyone crossing line of control and reaching all the way there with the shining shoes, very well polished shining shoes, and conduct this kind of activity out there. When it comes to Anantnag and when it comes to the Amarnath Yatra, this purely takes place on the extreme southern side of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, which makes it even far from Pakistan's line of control side, from where it would be impossible for anyone to cross the line of control and reach out there to conduct any activity. So if you find any activity this time around in the Amarnath Yatra, you should know very well that this is a false flag attack which is being brewed by India to malign Pakistan, and which is being planned just to sharpen up further narratives against Pakistan. And we all know since last week, since India got the resistance movement banned and the resistance movement declared a terrorist organization by the United States, they have been chest thumping. One wonders what is the mechanism to declare a resistance movement as a terrorist movement? No, not at all. What India has done is that they have declared the resistance movement being an associate movement of Lashkar-e-Taiba or any of the outfit, and they have managed to advocate that the resistance movement is actually the same movement with a new name. They have done so just to create a doubt that whenever somebody talks about the resistance movement of Kashmir, they can simply associate this movement with the terrorism, which is a false narrative. And India is doing it purposefully just to malign the actual resistance movement of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. One wonders, India is a country that keeps on saying that they are victims of terrorism, whereas they are the actual perpetrators, they are the financiers of terrorism. When it comes to BLA, BLF, TTP, ISKP, you would always find a hand from within India, Raw's hand behind all of these terrorists. They not only support all of these monsters to engage Pakistan on the Western Front, they even boast about them on their Indian channels. One must understand, sitting in the Western countries, that supporting terrorism and financing terrorism is the state policy of today's India. And BJP government, they have been doing it brilliantly since 2014. Cases of Punnu and Nijar, both of them, they are a highlight for the whole world. And how Indian Raw, they have been exporting terrorism even in the Western countries, that is something to be looked into. That's it, friend. This is for today. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions about anything I said in this video, please do write in the comments. I will reply them. Take very good care of yourself.